Howdy, howdy, everybody. Welcome to Life with Colonel Lee. I am Colonel Lee, and we are on a backpacking adventure. We're headed to LBJ National Grasslands, Black Creek Lake. Okay, so we're not camping in a tent. We're not camping in a hammock. I don't know what this thing is, but it's going to be attached to trees and it's going to be in the air. You gotta wait. You gotta check this thing out. This thing it's just different from anything I've ever camped in. Okay, so we're almost to the area where I want to set up camp, and I'm looking for a set of trees that we can set up our mystery shelter. This thing is cool, so cool. Anyway, we're looking for some trees that are close to the water. I want to be next to the water this time while we're camping. We're going to see what the grounds look like. If there's not a whole lot of thick undergrowth, then we'll probably go ahead and set up if we can find the right tree configuration. Alright, so we're in the area now where I've camped several times. I've had the tinsel Una in the trees there and camped before. And then I've camped over here where this fire pit is. We'll probably use that fire pit tonight. And some of these trees by the water have really low branches. Darn. I don't know if we're going to be able to set up this thing, this mystery shelter, next to the water. Alright, I'm going to take a quick look around here and we'll come right back. So the other thing we're going to try to do is we're going to try to hook up our one Tigress double underquilt. This is made for a double hammock. We're going to see if we can't get it to fit on here, because even though it's 65 degrees out here right now, it's supposed to get down in the 40s, high 40s, not too bad, but Oh, the underside might get kind of cold, so let's see if we can get this sucker going. That will do the trick. Maybe as I lay down in there, it'll spread and be useful for what I'm needing it for. I think that'll work. Now we do have storm mode for this shelter. Let's show you that real quick. Basically, those flaps go underneath, buckle together. Helps keep wind and rain off of you. That's how I'm going to sleep tonight. Now I could, these guy outlines, it comes with stakes. I could guy this thing out. I don't think I need to. I think what I do need to do is get a little bit more slack out of the rain fly there. So this is it. This is the Klymit Sky Bivy. It has the lay flat hammock. That's what they're calling it, and then the sky tarp. So altogether, this system is the Klymit Sky Bivy. So let's take a look in here. I think the underquilt is going to work. Once I lay down, it should spread around me. And then I have a top quilt that's rated for 30 degrees. So here's a look inside underneath. So if I want more coverage here, like that, I can do the guy lines, or I can lower this tarp down a little bit. So we shall see. Let's take a quick look around the camp here. So I've got my pack hung on the tree. I just brought a python strap from my hammock system, and then a carabiner. Just clip it up to the tree there. Just keeps it off the ground. It does have a rain poncho on it if I need to cover it, but I will cover it because we do have a 10 to 20% chance of rain tonight. So just on the safe side, we'll cover that sucker up. So we're gonna have a campfire over here. So it's 5:30. We're gonna lose daylight here in about an hour, so I'll probably need to get some firewood gathered up. So we can have a fire tonight. So how cool is that? We're gonna be sleeping right next to the water, in the air, in the trees. Very cool, very cool. that in our Mountain House beef stew. Ooh, that's a little hot. And with tonight's dinner, we're gonna have a Dr. Pepper cream soda. That ought to be good. So this new little Backpacker's wood-fired stove worked pretty good. We still have some neighbors across the lake over there. They didn't set up a tent or anything, so they got a fire going and they got some fishing lines in the water. So I'm guessing they are not going to stay the night. We're probably going to be the only ones out here. It is almost time for Mountain House Adventure Meals beef stew. Hearty gravy with beef, potatoes, carrots, and peas, freeze dried. No artificial flavors, no artificial colors. Sounds good to me. They are pretty good. I've had them before. So what did y'all think of the Klymit Sky Bivy? I'm gonna leave a little poll up here, and did you like it? Did you not like it? Yes or no? Have you even heard of Klymit? The brand Klymit? Most of you that have probably have their air pads. I have a few of their air pads. They're very good quality air pads. They do sell a couple of tents. I do not own a Klymit tent, but I saw this I guess a little last year. They had it on sale right before Christmas time, and I just happened to see it through Facebook, and I was like, man, that's pretty interesting. I like unique, camping shelters. I thought that one was pretty unique. Okay, so the plan is we got the Sky Bivy flying and I got it right near the lake, which is what I was wanting to do. I couldn't get the bug net to work because it's just not shaped correctly. It's really shaped for, you know, traditional hammock, you know, kind of that banana shape. But I think it'll be okay. The main thing I'm just seeing like flies, no mosquitoes, very limited flying insects, quite a bit of spiders, but I don't think we'll get too many spiders in there. If for some reason I wake up and I feel a creepy crawly on me, you know, I may have to call it quits there. I don't care for spiders. I really don't want to get bit by one. I've been bit by them before, but so just in case the Sky Bivy doesn't work out, I did leave in my truck my good old Jack Wolfskin 2-person tent and an air pad. So I have that set up by the truck, and there are plenty of camping spots over there by the truck. So I can just leave all this set up over here. It's a short hike back over, and I can set that up. I think we'll be okay. I did get the under quilt set up on there. It was a little bit tricky getting it on there. I'm gonna fix that stick there. So we got the under quilt to fit under there. It just doesn't spread out wide like the flat lay hammock that they call it. But I think once I lay down in there, the hammock will spread, or not the hammock, the under quilt will spread. So I think that'll work. So it's not supposed to get too cold. I think 49 for the low, and that's like early morning, like around 5 or 6 in the morning. So, I mean, otherwise it's going to be in mid-50s most of the night. So I don't think the underside will get cold with that under quilt. And then I've got a top quilt. I think we'll be plenty warm. And I check the shelter, you know, periodically every so often, and for creepy crawlies, and I didn't see any, so I think we're going to be fine on that. The smoke found me. Well, that fire didn't last very long. It's very old, dried wood. I think I'm going to have to move. The wind just shifted a little bit, just a little breeze. Anyway, I'm going to eat my dinner while I still have some fire left. I'm going to pop open my Dr. Pepper cream soda. Dr. Pepper cream soda. Interesting. I like Dr. Pepper, and I like cream soda, and I like them mixed together. Pretty good. Oh, this thing is ready to eat. I'm inside the shelter here. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. I think my underside's going to be warm, top side's warm. I think I'm warm enough. Just kind of like when you lay in a hammock straight across and you backs of your knees kind of bend backwards. This is supposed to be like a lay flat kind of hammock, but it's not turning out that way so far. I got my snug pack top quilt on. I went ahead and got out the guy out points, because once I got in this hammock, the sag, let's see here, kind of hard to, the tarp here was like way above, so anyway, so I did the tie-up points, cinched it down a little bit. So anyway, I cinched all the tie-up points down. It kind of helped bring the tarp down with me. So it's really going to depend on if I stay here tonight, if I'm going to be able to be comfortable or not. It's really my first time with any extended amount of time in this setup. So I did set up at home once, but it was a while back, like when I first got it. And I couldn't really remember how it was on my knees and my legs laying in here. But you can't really get diagonal in this thing like in a hammock, so I don't know. If I can't get comfortable, I've got a tent in my truck. It's about a 15-minute hike over there. I can just set that up in one of the camp spots over there or something. I haven't tried to move around too much in here yet. I just got settled in. So you do get quite a bit of breeze in here, because I mean, it's just, you know, the tarp is just right there. So really, if a coyote came in here at night, he could just stick his head up right in here and sniff me. Let's see, it is 8:30. I'm just gonna chill here, see if I can get comfortable or not. And I don't know. We got a small chance of rain, like 10 to 15% chance of rain. See my breath a little bit, it's starting to cool off. That's probably maybe 55. Might be a little chillier than that, I don't know. I'm right here next to the lake, so I could be getting that cool air off of the water. Well, anyway, if anything interesting happens, I'll bring you back. If I figure out I'm not gonna be able to handle staying in this thing comfort-wise, then we'll definitely bring you back and show you what's going on there. Oh, it's something different. We're gonna give it a go. All right. Well, it's 6 o'clock the next morning here. And I made it in the shelter. I didn't sleep very great, but I mean, I slept enough to have some weird dreams. I dreamt it was raining so hard that the lake was overflowing, and like took this shelter and started going down a river. That was pretty wicked. Anyway, the sun's gonna come up here in about 45 minutes, and I plan on taking this thing down. And I do have some event this evening, so gotta go ahead and get up when the sun comes up and head to the house. Well, I was hoping to get a time lapse of the sunrise. We kind of did, but we have a lot of real thick clouds overhead, so I think it's the best we're gonna get. So, sleeping in the shelter last night, the Klymit Sky Bivy, was very challenging. It was, I just never could quite get comfortable. When I slept on my side, it was the best. That was probably the better sleep I was getting, which I sleep on my side most of the time anyway. But it's just too much bow like a regular hammock. It's supposed to be a lay flat hammock. Maybe I don't have it pitched right. Maybe at some point in the future we'll get it out in the backyard and see if we can't make some adjustments to it and make it a little bit more comfortable. But I've never hammock camped before. I've always had hammocks. I've never slept all night through the night in one. I think I probably would have slept better in a hammock than in this setup. But oh well. Well, it's time to take all this down, pack it up, and head out. A pretty nice view though in the morning. I was able to get this pitch pretty close to the lake. Well, we're all packed up. We're walking back to the truck, hiking back, backpacking back, whatever you want to say. Well, thanks for joining me for this adventure. This was well long overdue for sure. I try to do a lot of my camping like this in the winter months here in Texas, kind of central mid part of Texas. It's summer times are pretty brutal. It'd be 100, 106 with the heat index, we get a lot of humidity. That just makes for unbearable camping conditions. Sure is pretty out here. Wintertime, summertime, it's always pretty out here. Birds are talking to me. Alright, well, I'm gonna get in my truck and I'm gonna go treat myself to some pohais over in Decatur, Texas, or Decatur. Oh, pohais is IHOP spelled backwards, in case you didn't know. Alright, we gotta go down this steep ravine here. I got my bag of trash. Well, I figured since I'm going down this steep ravine, I'd go ahead and record it just in case I might fall and stumble, and then you get a good laugh out of it. How about that? Hopefully we don't fall and stumble. Oh. This pack I have on, it's probably around 35 pounds altogether. That would definitely make for a pretty good fall and tumble down this little ravine. Ah, no such luck. No such luck for you. But we still have to bounce across this log. And this could be challenging with the pack on, because unless I can find a better place to cross. Maybe that pile of sticks over there. This is where I've been crossing. Oh, look how soft that is. Alright, here we go. Oh, so far so good. Now see, we got this about 3 feet. So I gotta put my leg over here, right? Which is fine. But now I have to center my balance on this log and get my other foot back over here without carrying my weight over there. If that happens, I'm going to leap for that over there. But we're going to try to make it across here. Alright, here we go. Oh boy. Oh. Woo, that backpack was trying to shift. We made it. Alright, now we got to go up this ravine. Not that long a hike from the truck to where I was camping. And that's kind of the neat thing about this place, is they have close to 80 miles of trails that you can do, and you can camp anywhere along any of the trails. I mean, it's just all open game for you. I have done some 8-mile hikes and camped overnight, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. But this spot here I like. It's kind of like my backyard, so to speak. It's about a 25-minute drive for me. It's about a 15-minute hike, so it's not that far over to that spot. And that's kind of cool when you're trying a new setup, some new gear. You know, if something doesn't go right, you know, it's not that far a hike to the truck, and then you can always leave my old trusty Jack Wolfskin tent in there and an air pad. And then kind of like last night, I was debating about coming back to the truck because I just couldn't get comfortable. My legs were locked up, kind of bending backwards as I laid on my back. Not very comfortable. And when I laid on my side, I felt like a sideways taco. You know, it was still kind of curving, you know. But I decided to tough it out. I actually slept, you know, here and there. Not bad. Alright, so we're almost to the end of this adventure here. When I get in the truck and start driving to Pohai's IHOP, I'm going to tell you a very kind of vulgar but very funny story about what happened at 6 o'clock this morning. So if you want to hear about that, stick around. If not, you know, this video is just about up, so it's not real bad. I'll give you a hint. It has to do with the bathroom situations. Anyway, thanks for sticking around this long. I really do appreciate every one of you guys and gals who have subscribed to my channel. And those of you who've been very active in comments, and I know you're hitting that like button for me, I sure do appreciate that. Awesome, awesome. And looks like the channel is just continue to grow. And man, we've got all kinds of adventures planned. So the next time I see you, I don't know if we'll be doing backyard gear testing. We might be camping somewhere. We might be dirt biking somewhere. Maybe four-wheeling somewhere. Maybe traveling somewhere. But, you know, that's life with Colonel Lee. Adios. Alright. This was a 4-alarm shiz emergency. Shiz nasty emergency. That's the best way to explain it. In the stream of death. Alright, you stuck around. Here he goes. Okay, I gotta kind of make this story quick. This battery's about to die on me here. I don't remember where I put my other one. Somewhere in my backpack. Okay, so if you made it this long, you're waiting to hear what happened at 6 o'clock this morning. When I say vulgar, it's just, you know, restroom humor type stuff, but it was quite comical. So about 5 o'clock this morning, I woke up and I'm like, man, I really need to go pee. Really need to go pee. And so I get up, put my shoes on. It's kind of an ordeal getting out of that contraption. And I get out there and, you know, I unzip and I'm about to, you know, all of a sudden my stomach's like, whoa, 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 we're gonna pee right now? We need to poop. That's what we need to do. We need to poop big time. And I couldn't even pee, man. I was just like, oh man, crap. I'm like 15-20 minutes away from that nasty bathroom over there. It's not even a bathroom, it's just a big hole in the ground with seats covering it up, you know, one of those kind of outhouse bathroom type deals. Man, I'm like, I really gotta pee, but I can't because I really got to poop. So I'm like, all right. So I'm trying to think to myself, don't poop, don't poop, don't poop, don't poop. What do? It's like freaking dark. I know my headlight, the battery's getting low. Halfway over there, I'm gonna run out of battery on my headlight, and it's freaking dark. And man, the whole time I'm sitting here just butts clenched, you know what I mean? Just like kind of tippy-toeing around. Like, oh, please don't do this to me. I have nothing to wipe with over here. I was seriously looking around somewhere around there to where maybe I could lay up against a tree and take care of some business, but like, man, I have nothing to wipe with, and there's nothing but scratchy, crackly grass and branches around there. Oh, crap. So I sat there and danced around with the butt clench thing going on for probably 20 minutes. What the heck am I going to do? I'm like, I've got to get to that bathroom. So I grabbed my flashlight and I grabbed my headlamp. Both of them, the batteries were low. I had used them. I forgot to charge them. So it's dark. I'm making my way over there. I'm like, I don't care. I got to go. So I start using my light and it starts fading. So I turn it off and I've got just enough moonlight to kind of, you know, traverse this path. And all the while I'm like really doing the knees together, butt clenched together, shuffling my feet below the knees as quickly as I can down this trail, you know, like 1.5 feet close to this 20-30 foot ravine down into the lake. Like, if I fall in the lake, I'm just gonna poop right there, and I can just bidet it off my butt with the lake water or whatever. But luckily I didn't fall into the lake. So when I got to the restroom, that was a whole nother ordeal. By this time, I mean, I seriously thought it was just going to come out. I couldn't even control it anymore. So, that's a great story, isn't it? Great story. Oh, yeah. Well, you stuck around this long, so, you know, it's on you, right? So, I get into this dang toilet. I've got just enough flashlight left to see how clean this thing is. I go into the men's. You already know the men's is going to be nasty. And they'll just hover over that sucker and just poop all over everything. And that's what it looked like somebody did in the men's. It looked like a poop lava overflowing out of the toilet down the front. I'm like, there's no way. There's not enough toilet paper and hand sanitizer in my pocket to clean this mess up and do what I need to do in time. So I went over to the women's. Sorry, but you know, nature calls. It doesn't care what gender you are, you gotta go. So the women's was decently clean. The only thing was, dang, it's a big dog. He's gonna chase me. Sorry, I got sidetracked. A couple of big dogs there. Alright, so my battery's fading. I better wrap this up. Alright, battery's fading on this camera. I did some pre-recording on the bathroom incident reenactment kind of thing, so I'm gonna plug that in right now. Yeah, the stream of death. Okay, now, sorry about this, but I did use the woman's. Sorry, but if you had seen the man's, I'm not even going to show you because there's like poop lava all down the front of that. Yeah, I couldn't do it. So this one here is a lot cleaner. I'm not going to show you inside, but there's no lighting. So I had my headlamp on and it was the battery was almost dead on it. So it was just barely. So I looked in there, shone the light, and man, there was spider webs all over. So I had to come out here. Here's the stick I used. There it is. So I used that little V right there. Cleaned up all the spider webs like my wizard wand, you know, casting spells to rid of all the spiders. And then by the time I got the spiders done, I mean, it's still dark. It's like 6:20 in the morning. The sun doesn't come up till right about 7. And my light goes out. Now I'm completely in the dark in there. And